It's one of the world's most important alliances, rooted in oil.
If you look in terms of dollars,
But today focused on security, though according to one senior Emirati diplomat, currently experiencing a stress test. While the Trump administration enjoyed historic close ties with leaders right here in the Gulf, that relationship has certainly shifted during the Biden White House, with leaders in this part of the world even refusing to take his phone calls.
We have never seen this kind of behavior in the Gulf region.
And the timing is far from ideal. Western sanctions on Russia over the conflict in Ukraine have led to historic high oil prices, which Biden needs to bring down ahead of the midterms, where the US president risks losing his Democratic majority.
America is back, but on the wrong track.
An opinion echoed in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, which have, at least so far, rejected U.S. requests to replace Russian oil missing at Western gas pumps. This at a time when Gulf producers benefit from higher prices, while Dubai, which is the Middle East's leading business hub, remains open to wealthy Muscovites.
You've seen how the Gulf states voted at the UN General Assembly. They all voted to end the conflict. However, at the same time, they want to remain neutral towards everything else.
And as for how Biden is seen in the Middle East, there is a view that he lost credibility over America's chaotic pullout from Afghanistan, while his insistence on reviving the Iran nuclear deal, which could help to stabilize oil prices, doesn't do enough to limit Tehran's regional proxies, perhaps especially after recent deadly Houthi attacks both in Saudi Arabia and the UAE.
If the Biden administration has dealt with Iran the way he is dealing with Russia now, I think the Iranian regime will have no option but to shrink and change course.
And with time to save the Iran deal believed to be running out, there is a sense that Biden's ambitious foreign policy plans haven't lived up to expectations.
There is so much talk about democracy. There is so much talk about human rights, about soft power. The Biden administration are experiencing a war in their first 2 years.
And while that may be the case, America and the Gulf are likely to remain key partners for years to come, though the White House will have to get used to the region's ever-closing relations with China, this at a time when it continues to experience divisions at home.
The polarization and fight between the Democratic and Republican parties reached an unprecedented level. So that's why I say the US ship is too big to fail, but too divided to sail.
Jim Stenman, CGTN, Dubai.